I just need to dance.
Aggressive sausage coming through.
Aggressive sausage.
Yeah.
Sometimes Daddy says that.
Aggressive sausage dropping down.
Careful, no, don't.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna dance.
I want to see a cool dance move. I love your dance.
Okay.
Not that. Do the one with. Right, there you go. I love that dance. It's my favorite one.
It is a good dance.
It's really fun.
What do you call that dance?
The stinky tastical, sassy tastical.
So Jesus tells these 12 guys to just stop what they're doing and follow him. He does some crazy shit, supposedly, and they follow him. What would it take for you to do the same to someone else? Would it take a miracle? Would it take a random act of magic? I just wonder that. How you guys doing? I'm Jason Oliveira, and this is The Road to 40. We've got about 52 episodes left. I got episode 3 or 4, whatever it is, going up tomorrow of the night that Nick and Chris came over. And I apologize for the confusion. I posted a video that I did last night about the new show ideas I have coming up in its place, and I put all the information in there. So I screwed that up. It's fixed now. I'm doing what I can. I have a friend, a good friend. I won't say his name, only because I don't want him to feel like I'm calling him out. But he has a dream to do something. I'm not saying it's his dream. I'm just saying he has a desire to do something. Let's just say, in this case, it's podcasting. Why must we continue to make excuses? Here's the thing. My friend works hard. He works full time. He works really hard. I mean, I understand that. But then he falls asleep really early. All right. This friend of mine is Corey Smith. He talked to me a while back about wanting to do a podcast, and I keep asking him about doing it. But half of the time, he ends up falling asleep early, which I understand. He's got a job that, well, I'm not sure anymore if he has to get up so early in the morning. And I'm not calling him out or anything like that. This last, year of doing this has brought so many things to the surface in my mind of things that I want to do, and I'm doing them. Sure, I'm not making money doing them. I'm not successful at them. But I'm doing the things in my life that make me happy. And I'm working towards goals to make myself happier and put me and my family in a position where I think would be happier. And it drives me crazy when I see someone as talented and smart and just all around awesome as him not getting off his ass and doing what he needs to do. The future's ahead, my friend, and the minutes are few. He didn't actually say that to me once, but I quoted him saying that in a song I wrote. So what does it take? What does it take for a person to hit either rock bottom or the brick wall or the hurdle and just decide, I'm going over it this time. This is going to happen. I think for me, a lot of things came together at once. I decided that I was doing things that I wasn't moving forward. I was staying where I was, and I was happy where I was, but I knew that there was so much more out there, so much more to be done, so many pictures that I hadn't drawn, so many songs I haven't written, so many vlogs I haven't vlogdicated all over. And I think being that I was turning 40 was a big push in the right direction for me. I thought, you know what? I was thinking about for years taking one picture of myself in the mirror every day for however long it took before I forgot it, whatever. Or I skipped a day or whatever, And then I just thought, what am I waiting for? I had that old webcam just sitting around that I never used. And since then, we've obviously moved up in the world with help from friends like Bob and everyone that's helped me out along the way. I don't mean to forget names, but I mean my constant viewers, Sean and Bling and those of you who tune in from time to time. And I feel like I have been successful. I've overcome hurdles, and I've moved in the direction that I wanted to move in. What does it take to get somebody to do that? Why has my friend Corey not done that? I know he's got a lot in his life, but you know what? I do too. I have a shit ton. I have a lot. I'm not saying I have a lot more. I feel like I do, but I hate when people make excuses to not do the things that they want to do. You know what I mean? It just drives me crazy. And like I said, somebody as talented and awesome as him, if he did one of these, it would be so super popular. I'd have to ride his coattails just so I could get some of his fall off. He's funny, and he's a great storyteller, and he'll always be my best friend. And I make fun of him. Yeah, I guarantee he's sleeping right now, but nonetheless, I wish he would do something. I wish we lived closer, because I think you guys would love hanging out with us every now and again if he chose to be on the show or we did something together. I think it'd be a lot of fun. Okay, the boy is back in bed now. What brings this all up about motivationally moving forward and doing something with your life that you really want to do and not finding yourself stuck in a rut? It stems from... Well, no. Let me take that a step back further. The reason why I was thinking about Corey was because he had posted on Facebook, he thought that Growing Pains was his favorite song of all time. And I started thinking about, as did other people, friends of his, that, God, no, not at all. No, I mean, it's not terrible by any stretch of the imagination, but actually, I can't remember it. Let me look it up. I can't play it, though, because I'll get a copyright strike. Do they have lyrics? Maybe I can just turn it down really low. Okay, that's all I needed to hear. I think I can do that without getting in trouble. So let me show you or tell you about a little bit of some of the other theme songs that people thought about. So a friend of his, I guess I won't use names because I don't know if they want to be mentioned on here, said The Facts of Life. Well, they said, I'm trying to remember, but all that keeps coming to me is the Facts of Life theme song. His next friend said Mr. Belvedere is the best. I don't remember that one either. Facts of Life I remember. It's so funny. 80s sitcoms, just everything about them. Like if you've seen that, what is it? What channel is it? It's not Comedy Central. Cartoon Planet? Whatever the cartoon one is at night, it turns into that real weird, creepy, independent stuff. They did that intro episode of Too Many Cooks. Check that out. If I remember, I'll put a link up here. Shit, I gotta do yesterday's links. I never did it. Let's go on with this list. So we got Growing Pains. We've got Facts of Life. My friend Paul, I'm sure he won't mind if I mention him, said, I can't remember it either. I keep coming up with the Greatest American Hero theme song. That was a good show. I loved that show growing up. It was so out of whack with everything else that was on. There were definitely two definitive styles of TV. There was the sitcom, and then there was the kind of action drama like Knight Rider, trying to think of Manimal, Tales of the Golden Monkey, which is one of my favorite 80s sitcoms. If you've never seen it before, you should go watch like episode 1 on YouTube. I think it's out there. It was tough to find. I saw it at Comic-Con in 2009. Somebody had like a ripped version of that, I'm sure, from VHS, and it looked terrible. But I was so tempted to get it. I was like, oh man, I haven't seen that movie or TV show in ages. And I probably don't need to, because I watched the pilot on, excuse me for a second here, on Facebook, and it wasn't as good as I remember it. I'm finding I can pull off the mic a little bit here when I get up really close and start talking like this. It kind of blows up the mic, especially if I'm still talking as loud as I normally talk. My fucking lips are driving me crazy. It's not really lip crickets. It's, I have a cold sore here, just a small one, but it's just maddening. Absolutely maddening. I talked to a friend about some suggestions about shows and what to do in the future. He said consistency is very important, and theme, and being able to communicate with the audience. Now, right now, this is so willy-nilly, wild child, crazy to the wind type of episodes that I understand that I don't have a large following because I'm a 39-year-old man sitting in his office with a backdrop that cost him about $8 to build. And I'm just having a good time doing it. Plus, I'm leaving something for my kids to listen to if they so choose to, or grandkids, or great-grandkids, or great-great-grandkids, or great-great-great-grandkids. Imagine if I just kept going like that until I died. That'd be a pretty boring episode. sitcoms, Tales of the Golden Monkey, YouTube. Jeez, man, sometimes my brain, it just gives up, throws in the towel. It's just like, fuck this. I'm not working anymore today. Yeah, we're really closing in on the last 50 episodes, which I think, I don't know, it's nice. It's been a really fun year of doing these, and I realize I didn't get to 365 technically, but I've put up or recorded well over 1,000 videos. You've probably seen maybe 400 of them, 450 by now. That's a lot. I mean, I've really already made my mark. I could just stop and never do this again, and I'd be all set. But I can't do that. So I was also thinking about maybe doing like a paranormal, I don't want to say parody type show, but handle it a little differently. Those guys and gals, as much as I'm friends with a lot of them out there, actually, through the years I've gotten to know some of them through different channels. My cousin Ron was a part of TAPS back in when we lived in Massachusetts, New England, and of course that's just the supernatural hub of the country. I mean, there's nowhere else in the world except for one other place that supposedly has that much supernatural activity going on. And I have to say, there's a lot of things that I saw, felt, heard, smelled, whatever, that I couldn't really explain. I mean, I've tried to give up that part of me, the kind of the theist part of me. I don't know. I've had a real tough time with that lately. I'm not going to go into details about that, but it's a hard knock life, folks. You know what? I have applied for a job in San Diego, California, as a social media graphic designer. Once again, I have no real qualifications except my portfolio, which, I mean, a lot of places don't care about, degrees or stuff anymore. You know that we have more prisons than colleges here in the United States now? That's sad. That's fucking sad. Yeah, I whacked my tooth. I'm that classy. So how have you guys been feeling about the Nick and Chris episodes? I found that the focus was a little bit too wide when we did it. If and when I do the next one with the two of them, we're going to go on that camera. We're going to sit at my kitchen table. I have like a really long kitchen table that we got. Well, not really long. It's about 8 feet long. And I'm going to do it out there. We'll sit around the other side of the table. I'm going to try to maybe run 2 mics, or at least, I'll have the audio off of that. The audio off of that's just not that good, though. I could run a mic out of that. I am blabbering. Plus, I'd have to run this out there on my laptop, one of my laptops, to, not one of my laptops, like I have 12 of them. I have one for the boys and one for me, pretty much. I don't know why I felt the urge or need to explain that. Like, I didn't want you to think I'm like, laptop. One of them I got for free. The other one's just terrible. So, this week we went over the fantasy one so far, our roots and how we got into fantasy. I hope you found that interesting. The virtual reality one I found really interesting. I'd like to approach that a little bit further, either on my own or maybe with one of those guys, or sit down. There's a few people I'd really like to have on here. I'd like to have a bunch of the band members on here. I've been talking about that for almost a year now, and I still have never really gotten them to come on here. Tomorrow you're going to be seeing Death to Humans. It's our opinion and view on the world and overpopulation and so on and so forth. And later on in the week, we're going to talk about video games a little bit. We're going to talk about, I think, a new show, which Nick and I plan on working together on, and I'm sure Chris will be involved at some point too. So yeah, it's been a fun week, but this has been a very stressful week for me. I have a lot going on. I homeschool my boy, and I sent in the stuff to let them know that I'm going to be homeschooling again, but now they need more information, and they need the test scores from last year, but the tests are like expensive to buy. I thought for sure there had to be something out there for homeschool parents to just download, have them test and upload, or scan in, or do it online for that matter. Apparently not. So that's been stressing me out. I got some other stuff going on that's really starting to stress me out around, not these parts, but the Lynchburg area. Anywho, I apologize. I really had nothing to talk about tonight, but I knew I wanted to sit down and talk. We've only got so many episodes left. I'm not going to skip out. If I don't get around to using the camera during the day to get some stuff, I'll be here at night either way. So I'll try to correct my mistakes with my links last night for Kind of Funny and Kind of Funny Games now. And I think they've got a video channel. A bunch of funny guys. You should check them out. Anywho, thank you guys for always coming back. It warms my heart and brings a tear to my eye. You know, if you're loving watching these as much as I'm loving making them, please subscribe, like, comment, give me something to talk about. Pass them along to anybody who you might know who might like them as much as I like making them. Follow me on the social media. I'm not going to remember to do that anymore. It's too much work. You know, it's always at Jaycen, Geycen. Don't forget to make somebody smile tomorrow. Make yourself a better person tomorrow than you were today tomorrow. Let's make the world spin a little bit happier together. Let's sing and dance in the rain. Let's live life to the fullest and love every moment of it, because you just don't know when that last moment's going to creep around for you. Take care of yourself, take care of one another, and take care of those around you who can't take care of themselves. I'm Jaycen Oliveira. This is The Road to 40. This is Dr. Carl, who was taking a nap over here tonight, apparently. Asshole. I'll see you guys a little bit further on down the road to 40.